Hello, welcome to MSCTV, weekly live chat. Hey, Marnie. Hey, everyone who's jumping in and joining us. Hi, Danielle. As we're getting started, I just want to share with you before I bring them on who we're going to be seeing today, and they're coming to us all the way from Amsterdam. Now, many of you may think, and hi, Line, and I'm trying to wave at folks. Hey, Colleen's just joining us. Hey, Marlene. Hello, hello. Seeing some old friends there. You know, a lot of you think of the Dutch as, Dutch shoes or red light districts or, marijuana. it's, it's actually not that, or okay, maybe it is, but I'll tell you what it is. They're really the purveyors of everything cool. They have incredible style and such a great culture. So, my two guests today are from the Netherlands. They are Kill and Sant. Together, they've been serving the professional beauty industry and fashion industries for over 50 years. Dennis started his career as a very young man in the hair industry, been doing it a long time, and has been on many creative teams. Most notably, he was on the global creative team. You might have seen him on stage for Sebastian. Danielle has been an established fashion editor, working in the fashion community for years, and then transitioned more to the professional beauty industry and has wholeheartedly gone in and continues to be a publisher. They have their own magazine. They have their own vitamin chain. They have their own salon. They have their own academy. They do everything for the love of hairdressers. So please join me in welcoming our very special guests today as I tap them. There we go. Dennis and Daniela. Daniela? Did I say it? Or we'll just call you Dan.
Here I am. How are you?
We're great. Well, I'm alone.
Where was?
Sorry, and I apologize for the noise. It's West Hollywood. What can I say?
Well,
where are you right now? Tell us where you are.
At the moment, we are at Fuck. And Fuck is, I work there, like fuck. But we do it in a very beautiful, we write it in a beautiful way, like the V, the A, the H, and the Q.
Okay.
It's a very soft fuck.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck. Like Meet the Fockers, kind of.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I work here as a hairdresser still, because it's like, it's my hobby, but it's one of the things I love to do the most. One day, sometimes 2 days in a week.
Okay. So I want to ask you more about that, but you're such an amazing power couple. Every event that's happening, you're at the top of the list. I see you backstage at every show. You both have great style. I always feel like I work at a bank or something when I compare how I'm looking that day to you guys. How did you come together? How did you meet?
Oh, serious? Okay. Shall I do it?
I need to know. I need to know.
I think you're better in the story.
Well, first, she never, in the beginning, she was not my type of girl.
Okay.
She was like this mother of the industry who organized and presents the Dutch Hairdressing Awards. She was
a member of the press.
A member of the press. As you know, I was always the avant terrible when I was young. Now I'm like a quiet guy, but I was always the avant terrible, and I was not so much into press because they always have the best seats. There was front row, and my love was always the hairdresser and not the press. And she was always this important girl everybody wants to know. And as an avant terrible, I was this kind of girl, this kind of guy you do naughty things with, and not like the mommy things with.
It's avant terrible. Avant terrible, is it like punker?
No, avant terrible is like troublemaker.
Troublemaker. Okay. Okay.
Like a troublemaker. So in the beginning, I was invited by one of our friends to come at our house. for a party, and I said, well, I'm not feeling so well. Who is there? She said, yeah, please come over here and blah blah blah, drink some wine and shit and blah blah blah. And I said, well, I hear a voice. I think I don't want to know. I don't want to know who's there, and I don't want to come. And that was Danielle, and she had red hair. That was the red girl from the press.
I still
Yes.
have hair.
Yeah.
I remember.
But,
I met you with hair.
yeah. So after a long conversation with a lot of messages, I went to this place, and she was there, and we get drunk.
10 times already, so it's really up to you.
Oh, I'm
Of
sorry.
course.
I'm sorry for my French. So
Don't
this
worry.
was the first time we met, and she never did an interview. So one of the things she said, drunk, fun, can I do an interview with you? I said, okay, let's do an interview. So a couple of weeks later, it was the first time you did an interview with me, but she was talking about herself. And but after a while, we became friends. We became very good friends. And long story short,
I started to kiss
she
you.
started to kiss me.
Oh,
And
okay.
from the first, we lived together, serious, we lived together from the first kiss. And since then, we are like ball and chain.
well,
So-
a toast. I forgot to mention we're sharing the same beverage today. A toast to your beautiful relationship. Cheers. And yes, yes, living proof. I'm aware it's 10 in the morning and I'm having a glass of wine.
It's good. So
Times are
from that
tough.
moment, we lived together, and we are still, after almost 10 years, 9 years.
9
something,
years.
we're still like business owners, a business couple. We are best friends. We are man and wife.
Yes.
And we have fun every day. So for us, it's cool. So I'm very blessed with that.
I love it.
Hope
I
you
love
also
it.
be with me.
I'm very blessed with you. Yeah.
Although you had look of surprise on your face for half of that conversation. So Danielle,
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time I met you, and the hair was red, and it was at World Fashion Center, Trade Center with Tice and Odette, and such a crazy place. They had like some sort of electronic helium bird flying around the room, and just a great place for fashion and hanging out and cool people, very Dutch style. And you were with the press and you were interviewing me, and I remember we got into it wasn't like shampoo and conditioner and
No.
trends and fashion. It was we got deep on like celebrity culture and how to not be affected by it, and it was so incredible because no one had ever gotten me to that place so quickly and so easily. So my question to you, as someone who is now interviewing on a regular basis, can you share any of your process on being able to get to that place? Is there?
Well, what I always try to do is have a conversation instead of a Q&A, because in Q&A it's very easy to do. You do your research, and but the way I write, I want to know the person who is in front of me, but I also want my readers to know these persons. So when they meet you at an event or whatever, or they have a conversation at the toilet with you,
Yeah.
you're the same person they read about. So it's a way of, well, I'm very interested in people.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. I don't believe in Q&As. I want to know the people, and well, in that way I made a lot of friends around the world, because I really know them. And he always says, well, you always know what people are doing. You know about their private lives. You know about the cats, the dogs, the birthdays. But that really interests me. I just want to know you. So, and I still have it, and it's something I've learned from some great editor-in-chief here in Holland, and I was amazed how she got all the answers. Because when somebody is loosened up, they will tell you a lot.
We know a lot of secrets.
You know a lot of
I'm
secrets.
sure. And people
but you
don't
have to
realize
be
how
discreet.
connected you are in Holland. Like, you all know each other, it feels like, don't you? I mean, there is
It's
a
small country.
strong,
It's
But
small.
oh my God, it's not about our country. It's about the industry.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
when you're very interested in people, then the industry is a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hairdressing is like a village.
Yeah.
Everybody knows each other, and
It's a global village.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say thank you. I was looking at your magazine, and thank you so much. She's like, got it.
Yeah, they were making some noise.
We have more visitors. Like,
All right, bring them on. Thank you so much for posting the NAHA nominees and winners and including them in your publication. As you know, I'm very involved with the North American Hairstyling Awards, so I appreciate you doing that and really pulling the world closer together.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, well, thank you for being there and having such a beautiful book. We'll talk about the magazine later.
Yeah.
Dennis, you work in the salon. Is it because she's like, go make that money?
yeah.
Or,
No.
or is there something where you just need that time behind the chair? It calls to you somehow.
Yeah, we have together. We have at the moment 6 companies. Let's say 3 companies, but 6 in total, like six different pillars.
Yeah.
And I love we love from the beginning. I love to live in a roller coaster. My life has always been a roller coaster. I travel a lot, do a lot of shows, do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm very scared to being bored, or I always try to escape mediocrity. I'm so afraid to being like this little gray, like, I love the roller coaster. I love the high highs and the low lows and everything in between, but it must go on. So this is the reason why we do a lot. And one of my hobby is, it's not my hobby, it's part of my life, is cutting hair.
Yeah.
And first, I loved to be on the stage years ago for a huge audience, but I fell in love in the one-on-one with the person in my chair.
Yeah.
This is you can make me happy with it. And I have I stopped to take new clients. And I can fill this 1 or 2 days a week. I can fill this with the clients I have. So they all became friends. And I know them for many years. And well, I love work with people. It's not that I'm doing hair, because I don't believe in creating a haircut. I want to be a part of somebody's life.
I love that.
Take your hair, you divorced, and then you became a daddy, and then you change your style, and I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. So, and also I want to mention to everyone, click on the question box. If you have a question, we'll be happy to get those questions out to these 2 amazing humans, or just leave the comment. I'll try and find it. Giabella Faces, congratulations. You're gifted, purpose-driven artist. I'm there for you. You were born to do this. God's gift, divine connections. Lot of love there. And folks, if you don't know these 2, they really, it's so rare that you meet people who are living in their own world, and you really do, and you pull people into that world. So to either of you, tell me about this group of artists you bring together. We had a deep conversation and a lot of champagne and sushi about 6 months ago.
It's good that you remember it still.
Of course. And we talked about this. You called it hanging out, but what is it like?
It's a tribute talents.
Yeah.
The tribute talents. It's
well, where it started at our house is like a shelter for hairdressers. So we have a lot of world famous artists who don't want to stay in a hotel, but they want to stay at our house when they're in Holland. And we want to keep the secret, so I'm not going to call you any names. But there it starts when we build bridges between hairdressers and hairdressers. And we see hairdressers as equal, because they work with people. And there is no difference between the world famous hairdresser or the one who is working his ass off every day in the salon. And it's very good to build this bridge between those hairdressers. And then we started, because our house it's big, but not that big, we started the Tribu-te Talents. And the Tribu-te Talents is like an open stage where everybody share information, share passion, share techniques, share stories. Because normally you always see this big artist on a stage, but how is it to talk with this person? So we start to invite a lot of big names and a lot of people who just start doing hair. And we build this bridge. And the only thing we do is buy some pizza and wine and beer, and that's it. And the first one, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we said it will be finished around 9.
Yeah.
But
Ish.
yeah, 9-ish, and we end 9 in the morning. So you can imagine how it was. And the funniest story is we adopted a lot of young kids. So we help them when they are like, but not everybody get the same chance to build a career. So we help a lot of young kids to build this career. And one of them, he said, yeah, I did my first paid haircut in the salon. So, well, Danielle said, well, you know what? Why don't you share it for this audience in the Tribu-te Talents? No, I don't. She said, well, do it, and I will interview you to make you comfortable. And he was there. And in the meanwhile, there were like big names in the audience, and he was there showing his first on a mannequin head.
On a mannequin head, his first straight fringe. And then he told me, I had my first paid customer today. Yeah. And he gets this huge applause.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. It's not about the level of hairdresser you are. You are a hairdresser at heart.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to have a little bit of value.
And imagine, I know you're a very humble and very cool and lovely guy, but imagine that when you have this very young kid who did his first haircut for money in a salon, and one of the biggest hairdressers from the Netherlands, come to you and say, wow, I really love your presentation. He was like, we call it as proud as a monkey with 7 dicks. Yeah, in Holland, I don't know if this is the same saying in English, but
No.
yeah, I think it works.
Can you imagine a monkey with 7 dicks? Well, he was as proud as a monkey with 7 dicks.
Yeah.
He would be very busy, I'm thinking. So tell me this. So, and for me personally, and just loving the way you build culture and you build community, do you have any advice for those who are looking to, somebody in Ohio, somebody in Miami, somebody in Oregon, looking to build a community? What's that first step?
First step is please not focus on the Instagram, because Instagram is only sending information. It's very a community is not information driven. A community is not product driven. A community is not success driven. No. A community in our case is more like building bridges and be people driven.
Yeah, and be inspirational.
Try to add value instead of being successful. And everybody wants to be famous and successful. And
you want to connect with people. So life education, when we see the persons, is very important. And dare to share what you're doing. We all start at that confident. You have to share. Yeah. And it's never wrong. It's a taste. Or the technique is not really like in form. Yeah. But it's your way of doing it. And just go out there.
And I think when you want to start, our advice, when you want to start a community, you must have a purpose and a vision. Yeah. And your purpose and vision is not making money, being successful, or selling or buying or selling more products or whatever. Yeah. When your vision is like, I have a vision, I have a purpose, and thank God I can be a leader. You must have like this leadership qualities. Yeah. And when you can motivate other people to follow your vision and to go for your purpose, then we get stronger and stronger and stronger. When you look at the people in the past who built the biggest communities without having Facebook, Instagram, or social media or the internet,
Whatever, yeah.
it's by word.
Yeah.
And when you bring people together, you get stronger. And our
Yeah.
strength is not like being the best in something. It's like share the best of another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what we also do with education. We have our own education academy. And it's like not spreading the word because we want it to be bigger. No, it's like somebody who really loved being with us invite somebody else. So the group of friends become like bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And I believe that we both believe that our industry is so ready for this.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like people you want to hang out with instead
Yeah.
of something you're forced to do or a brand you're aligned to.
Yeah.
It's like-minded people come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The community will build, and you have your own tribe.
Yeah.
And
So-
in our case, it's built on love.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to be, how you call it, like surrounded,
Yeah.
Yeah.
surrounded by love.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to feel love.
Everybody wants to
Yeah,
be.
we all want it.
Very
I mean,
soft, but
We
yeah.
sound like old hippies, but
You're young hippies for sure. So the brand Kill & Son, right? I extracted from what you gave me and I think it's so intriguing. A company that focuses on creating cultures and concepts around brands, companies, salons, and individuals within and outside the hairdressing industry.
Yeah.
Have you turned this into a brand itself, like
No.
helping us get through that process, or?
Well, the thing was that we never wanted to be a brand.
Yeah.
Till the moment, our first print magazine, our first print Tribu-te Magazine we created with the two of us. We have a page in this magazine, and it's our diary. So we share a part of our lives.
Yeah.
And we did a, how do you call it, enquete?
a survey.
Like a survey between
Yeah.
a lot of hairdressers. And what are your favorite pages in this magazine? And we were waiting like, yeah, this haircut or that haircut, like the natural one or the avant-garde one. But they said, like, the most of all, we love to read the editorial and we love to see your diary. And we're like, come on, we're creating a magazine for you about hairdressers. And then we found out that people are very interested when they see people, two persons who very in love with each other and try to do the right thing in life, but also in business, that it's very cool to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from that moment, it's not that we wanted to be a brand. Come on, I don't want to be a brand. But when you need to be like a name or a brand to help other people, then you have and then the purpose of creating a culture starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like you're a think tank. I probably misspoke, but I feel like we call it a think tank in a. But I feel you have that. So from this, the outward, and I find it so interesting that you gave the background, and thank you, Gia, for the sweet words. You gave it background, right? That I didn't want to talk to her because she was a journalist. And yet now you have, dare I say, and piss a lot of people off, the coolest magazine within the industry. Sorry to everyone else who has a publication.
Everybody's doing their part.
Yeah, Salon News is up there too. I love those guys, and they do a great job at Ripple Group over in Taiwan. But tell me about the magazine. What are we doing with this magazine? What is the goal, and what's come from it, sort of organically?
When Danielle tell you the story about what we do with the magazine in the boxes, in the heart,
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, first of all,
on DNA and every box.
First of all, our magazine is printed and then sent to our home.
I love it. I love it. It's gorgeous.
We fold the paper boxes ourselves, or with some hairdressers who just ring the bell.
Why do we do it in a box?
Because it's our DNA. Our DNA is on every box, on every magazine.
Ah.
It's a whole lot of work.
Yeah. I feel special about the one I have somewhere in my bookcase here.
We gave you one. Well, yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, we do everything by ourselves. So our DNA is on every magazine, on every box. We put a little charm in it, a lucky charm.
Like this Chinese doll?
Chinese dolls, or a ladybug, or whatever, a four-leaf clover.
So always a gift.
It's always a gift. So for us, the magazine is a gift from us to you.
Yeah.
The next part is you're going to read it. Of course.
Of course.
But you have 3 months to read it. You have all the time in the world. And then we found out that people actually reading the articles, the interviews, because when we saw them at events, they were giving feedback and they remembered what the things we wrote about. Second of all, it's a collector's item. We have salons who have all editions from every year. In the salon, well, that's the biggest compliment you can give a publisher.
I agree.
They keep it. And if it's ruined or eaten by a dog or whatever, they give us personally a phone call, because my number is in front of the magazine. So you can, when they call, you get me or you get Dennis. And then, please, can I have another one? And of course you get another one, because your dog ate the magazine.
So when I take you back to what we talked about before, becoming a brand, it's not that we want to become a brand, but when you have a phone number of the brand, because it's in the front of the magazine, and you call the phone number, you're gonna speak with one of us. Yeah. When you send us a mail, you get one of us, the answer from one of us. This is always like we have a very close connection with all our readers, everybody who's following our whatever, our seminars or education or lectures, or who's in the community.
True.
So it's very personal.
It's very personal. And,
Are you
and content-wise, we always try to show the readers the best. So all pictures are selected with utmost care. Every interview is done with a lot of interest in the people, not only for us in the Netherlands, but also our colleagues in the UK and in France and in Belgium. So they're all very into making this a treat, a quality treat.
And you know what's funny, Michael? About your first interview, word
echt?
Yeah.
It's word from mouth.
Yeah, it's like word from mouth.
Yeah.
So when we interview you, and for example, you use the F word, like, okay, I can say fuck, but when you use the F word like 10 times in an interview, at least we leave 3 times.
Yeah.
So one of our readers, he said, well, this for example, Michael, he said 3 times the F word. Yeah, but do you know Michael? This is how he is.
He would say that, yeah.
But when you read the article, it's like you are telling the article instead of somebody is reading like some lines. You know what I mean?
How can our US viewers get the magazine? And let's remind, it's mostly English currently.
It's
mostly Dutch.
It's by a language.
But
the most is Dutch.
Okay.
But we also can send the text in English, of course, because we have to do it by a language. But
is it digital as well? Or
well, we have a digital version, but you get a code.
Okay.
So you email us and you get your e-magazine, but with a code. So it's yours, and it's for you to share with your team members or your customers in the salon, but it's your personal code.
And to be honest,
to maintain the exclusivity, you have.
I love it
when you get a print version.
because I've had people asking. Yep.
We did our last edition digital because of Corona.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
Smart.
But to be honest, we love to do it in print because everything starts to be so digital that a lot of.
Hey.
Oh,
Sorry,
Mike,
I'm
where are
here.
you?
I'm here. Whoops. I was clicking on a question.
Everything is started to get so digital that we love to be like the personal part of everything, like the touchable things. And
what is the email to get that digital copy? I have people asking me.
Yeah, you can email me, and it's
send like a message in one of our Instagram because we look at our Instagram inbox every day.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's also, if they want to email me, it's info at tribute, but with a how do you call it?
Minus.
A minus. TRYBU minus TE.NL.
But we're on Instagram now, so
But
when
we're on
follow us.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, leave a message, and then we take
Follow and give them a shout out, and it will be there. What is to each of you in our last few minutes here? What is the thing in your life you are most proud of? And we'll start with you, Danielle.
Most proud of?
Yeah.
There's different things, but most proud of is that I'm me. And Dennis let me be me.
Yeah.
And so I'm proud of us.
No, thank you for that.
Just for yeah.
I think it's a good thing to be proud of.
In this day and age, it's hard to be yourself.
Yeah.
Also within all the social media and everything. But if you surround yourself with people who really love you and respect you for who you are, you can be yourself. And I think the moment when you realize you're yourself, that's the moment then you can be proud. You can be proud of yourself. But the day I met Dennis and he just took me for me, that was probably the proudest moment. So you make me proud.
No, thank you for that.
He must have looked in those big, warm, kind eyes as well. That's what got me in the interview. Let's be honest.
The brown eyes.
You will open up to those big, warm, kind eyes.
Michael,
it's like
that's the reason I shaved all her hair off. So the only thing you can look at.
All of you. Dennis, what's your biggest, what you feel most proud of? Because I never want to ask the accomplishment, because I feel like that turns it into this sort of monetary thing. But what are you proud of?
I'm very, very, very proud that people let me be.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Like I wasn't like this. I had a very tough life, and I am not like this average kind of guy. It's not easy to live with me. It's not easy to work with me. It's not easy to work for me. But people let me be. It's not that I'm like this fashion. I'm a very boring guy, because I'm always wearing black, and I'm always wearing a hat, and I'm always wearing the same shoes and the same kind of style. But that's who I am. So I'm not a fashion victim. It's like I am, but people let me, and I get a lot of chances to be me. And Danielle also gave me the chance to be me. You know what I mean? So there is no client who asks me to do this kind of haircut, because it's like I can be, and you know. I think this is the best answer I can give you.
Yeah.
I'm very proud that I can be me.
So as you know, Americans are going through sort of a pain on top of pain process right now. And I didn't plan on asking this, but it is a conversation. Do you have any advice for us at this time when we're hurting and we're looking to connect, and so many people are fully committed to love each other?
Yeah.
And yet there are these underlining painful things happening. Do you have any words of wisdom?
Yes, I have. Can I?
Yeah, you may.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you may.
I think that
You may.
when you focus, like I will talk about myself. When COVID came into the Netherlands,
Yeah.
it's like the love of your life and your relationship, or it's the same feeling like a family member died or whatever. You can how do you vergelijken?
Compare.
You can compare it with that.
Yeah.
So you come into a process of different emotions, and you must take the right decisions. But you cannot take the right decision with one of these emotions. I will give you an example. First of all, and I know everybody who's watching this, I know you feel the same. It starts with that you're surprised, like, what the fuck? And it's like a disbelief. But how can I, in a lockdown, I must close my shop, and how can I live? No, it's not true. I can. What happened with me? It's like you're totally surprised, and there is a disbelief. Most of all, the next step is anger. You're gonna point on somebody. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's like you must it must be somebody's fault. It's the government. It's the president. It's this or that. And the next step might be insecure, like oh my god, how long it will take. And maybe the next step is fear, and fear or panic, like oh my god. And fear and panic, it's your biggest enemy, because it's like it's choking you. And maybe the next step is grief, depressed, or a powerless feeling. And when you are in the middle of this, like there is no step further, and you get stuck in one of these phases, stuck on one of these phases. The most important thing is try to accept what there is. And sometimes it's good because you put yourself together or get yourself together and you make steps.
Yeah.
I make the example about the love of your life who say goodbye.
Yeah.
And all these emotions will pass one by one. But I know for sure that you can make the next step by accept that she's not coming back. And when you look at this situation, please don't be angry too long, or please don't be depressed too long. And sometimes they put you back in one of those emotions, but know that you can make the next step from the moment you accept where you're in.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we have 6 companies, and most of our companies, I'm still one of the most richest. I'm so fucking rich. But without money. I don't have money anymore, but I'm still rich.
I love it.
No, because we are creative. That our main goal and purpose is not being successful in money, but stay close together, and we will fight this, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have a very good definition of what it means to be rich. So at this time, what I like to do is just end on something perfectly mindless and silly. And I like to play a game. Yeah, you might need a little more wine. We call this or that. It's a little game we play where you just choose one or the other, and you don't have to change. You don't have to have the same answer. So it's not necessarily collaborative. And it goes very fast. So you'll have 2 options. So the first would be 80s music or 90s music?
80s.
80s. Oh, wow. And the favorite song?
Oh my gosh. That was the time where music was music.
Yeah.
And now I'm sounding very old.
Well, I love like 60s and 70s, but
what I like, a song that makes me happy is like, come on, Eileen.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That's a good one.
What's the first one of the list? We also did on the. It was. Is it not Depeche Mode, but
New Order.
New Order. Oh.
Treat me like you do.
I'm with you because mine is Tainted Love.
Yeah, that one.
Touch me, baby, tainted.
We need to go out together.
Right.
So next time you come to Amsterdam, you can also use this space. I will give it you for almost nothing. We do the seminar together.
And afterwards, an after party.
And an after party.
Okay, you all heard it, folks. We're going there to do a class.
We're going to Amsterdam.
Mostly an after party, but a class for sure. So basic questions now. Hot tub or hot spring? So jacuzzi or hot spring?
Hot spring in like
it's in
Natural.
Natural. Yeah.
Art festivals or music festivals?
Music
festivals.
Music! I'm surprised that came so fast.
Yeah. We are so into music festivals. Unbelievable.
I would like to join you there.
Watch out what you're saying.
I've seen the photos. Let's see. Phone calls or text?
Phone calls.
Phone calls.
Phone calls.
We're old school.
Okay. Classical art or modern art?
Classical.
Baroque or
Classical. Yeah.
classical? Netflix or theater?
Theater.
Yes, theater. Yeah, theater.
One for the Americans. New York or Los Angeles?
Oh
Yeah, this is like
Choose.
our biggest discussion.
Choose. Not gonna
I
say I'm right here in
No,
West
I-
Hollywood, so
No, I would say Miami South Beach, but
I had Miami, but I took it away. You have
Yeah,
to
and
choose.
I've been a lot of times at Los Angeles. I think this is my second home or something.
I've never been to Los Angeles.
I love Los Angeles. Yeah.
Danielle, you know where you need to take. I mean,
Yeah,
Dennis,
but
you know where you
normally the answer will be that she's more like this New York girl and I'm more Los Angeles, but she's like the hard worker and I'm more laid back.
Yeah, so maybe she's more New York. So dress up or dress down?
Dressed up, always.
Always.
Come on, please, everybody do.
Bags or shoes?
Bags or shoes, both.
Both.
Yeah.
Facials or fillers?
Both.
Both. Good. Oh, that's how the eyes stay so big. Trains or planes?
Planes.
Planes.
Planes, yeah.
Pedicure or toenail clippers?
Pedicure.
African safari or Tuscan winery?
Ooh.
Both good.
Both, but we can do.
We can go from Amsterdam first, go to the wineries, and then to the Africa.
Or we can do some wine at a vineyard somewhere in South Africa and do a safari after that.
Come on, why should we do a safari without wine?
I agree. We're moving on
Wonderful.
from Italy. We're going to Africa. Done. Red or white wine?
Red.
Red.
Same.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Heart or mind?
Heart.
Stomach. Stomach. I say stomach.
Your gut feeling.
Stomach. I like that. Plaid or stripes?
What else?
Plaats, it's a vouwen.
Like Scottish.
Ja,
kind of.
scratches.
Vouwen.
Nee, geruit.
Ruitjes? Oh.
Of strepen. Stripes.
Stripes.
Or you could be like Tabitha Coffee. She said neither.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh.
No.
Drive or Uber?
Drive.
Drive. Yeah.
Ooh, both. It's called
Both.
patatje oorlog.
In Dutch, it's oorlog. Like it's both.
It's good.
Both? I thought you had to choose.
Oh yeah, then I go for the peanuts because I'm an Asian guy. So my mother's
Yeah.
from Indonesia. I go for the peanuts.
I go for mayonnaise.
Okay.
For the peanut sauce.
I'm very Dutch.
Swimming pool, swimming in the ocean or cocktail by the pool?
At the ocean with a cocktail in my hand.
Yeah, but I go for the ocean. I go for the ocean.
Truth or dare?
There.
Fruit.
I figured dare. And then final, because you are
Truth.
such truth. Okay. And I'm not going to actually make you
Yeah.
ask you to do something. Because you are such purveyors of the industry, salon or barber shop?
Both.
Salon.
Okay.
Somebody has to do my face.
Yeah, but I
know,
can do
which
it
is
in the
You
beautiful.
can do it in the salon too.
Thank you guys so much for this incredible interview. Do you have any final thoughts for our viewers today? And by the way, everyone watching and to both of you, this will be posted on IGTV and hashtag MSCTV on YouTube, so it will live forever, and generally hundreds of people watch. So do you have any words of wisdom for us?
Well, please be kind to each other. Life is too short to be in so many pains. Be kind to each other, because what you give, you get back. You receive.
And I have kind of the same message. It's like, rather be a man of value than a man of success.
Yeah.
You know, success. We all had a lot of success, and success is worthless these days. And adding value is like, it's richdom.
I love both of you. Both Marnie, our Director of Education, Colleen, our Global Director, and myself are coming and taking you up on that class in Holland as soon as we can get back. Thank you and bless you both for such an incredible conversation. I thank you so much. And I hope
Thank you for inviting us.
And next time, Michael, next time you're in Holland,
yes,
please stay in our house instead of a boring hotel.